Hello everybody, how are you? And welcome to the big thing, the big stuff. It is time to go racing, boys and girls, because a lot of people have said, well, is this going to be for the Daytona 500? Who's going to be racing the Daytona 500? But come on, here's the big question. Who makes it to the Daytona 500? Welcome, as I'm being joined by Cody in the Cedar Point Duels. Cody, come up here. We are ready to go.
Here for each duel. And of course, this is going to be a race to see who gets into the Daytona 500. For those who are unfamiliar with the system, top 35 in points were already locked into the show. 2 got locked via qualifying. We'll explain who those are very soon. Both of them are not in this duel. Neither is the provisional, which we'll be explaining shortly. But the next 4 spots will be taken up by the best 2 drivers of duel number 1 right here, and 2 from duel number 2. After that, there is 1 more spot, and since there's no previous champion, and honest to God, we should change the rule next year, that they will be having no past champions provisional, and as a result, they will be bringing in whoever's the next fastest in qualifying, which is also in Duel 2. So it's going to be very awkward Duel 2, but for now, here in Duel 1, the main focus is this. Race your way in. No ifs or buts, unless you're a couple of people, which we'll mention them shortly.
Alright, and with this, let's get through our starting lineup. On the pole for this first duel, Alex Prime in the 48 Toyota Supra, getting a little bit of an advantage after his absolutely stunning performance in the Budweiser shootout last Sunday. And to his outside, Alexis Lynn Blake, the 2024 and 2-time Cricket Cup champion.
And row number 2 went, I got a dumb question.
What?
Since when Shane Kane controls one of the spots to make the show, even though he qualified not so great, but he is somehow in row 2. And I guess next to him, we got another person. I gotta ask a very dumb question why he's up here right now. Dale Bosch and that NOS Energy Malibu. Yes, these are the new Chevy Malibus that you're gonna see in this mod.
Row 3 is going to go to Diego Rubio in the Irwin Shelby and the number 9 Malibu Castellat Racing Sabrina Rancompre, the fastest in single car qualifying.
Okay, next row we got Mavis Shacklett, same Raptor paint scheme. And next to her, we got a blank car trying to get in, and it's probably his last Daytona 500 attempt, Johnny Benson. And the number 2, I will say he is one of the drivers to look out for in case implications change in the duels.
Wendy Corduroy is going to be occupying the inside of row 5, and next to her is Diego Alcaraz in the 11 FedEx Machine.
Up next, we have Lucille in the 15 5-hour Energy Supra, different paint scheme, not too much yellow this year. And next to her, there's the 18 of Oh Yes Cesare, and the what the bleep is that? Oh yeah, it's probably something from Elon Musk's program. Moving on.
Alright, up next, coming up, will be the number 1 of Lexi DiBenedetto in the McDonald's Malibu, and next to her, Mara Bakeda in the Summit Racing Equipment Shelby.
Up next, we got Sonora Felix in that number 8 Malibu. Moving up from AT&T, and next to her, we got Zoe Lee in the 43 Advent Health Supra, barely in the top 35 after last season.
Next to her, is behind them, is going to be Leslie Jacoby in the Quick Trip Supra and the 0 of Katie Coate in the Crew Dodge.
And up next, we have Maria Lackey in that 46 Walmart Charger. And next to her, we got that number 3 of Ruby Asensio, that Lucas Oil Malibu.
Behind them is going to be Tari Smith looking to qualify after a disastrous single car qualifying that has her as was one of the slowest cars to make it in the show. And Luna Coco in the 54 Alex Prime plays YT Supra.
One of the drivers who didn't take the drive to qualify, Steven Gisbergen, needing to qualify his way in as well. And next to him, we got Daniel Roman in that Nike Supra. By the way, Steven Gisbergen is probably gaining some more experience for the Daytona 500 on Sunday. But next.
Finally, in row 13, we're going to see Lena Oakston, the last car in this duel that needs to get into the show, and Pedro Sales, the Phoenix, the DeWalt Ford. And so we are almost ready over here. We are getting set to go in this year's edition of the Duels, guys. And here we go for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, so the engine has been started, and remember, both duels are going to consist very lightly and pretty purely as we have a car already with trouble.
Oh, and oh boy, and that is one of the cars that needed to qualify into the show. Wendy Corduroy, this is not what she needs at all. One of the cars that does need to qualify her way in, her team did not get owner's points for the 35 Camry at the off-season. So now what's about to happen is all those cars in the inside lane could potentially take up another row. Oh, wait a minute. Is she remerging? No, wait. What in the heck is going on here?
And it said it was a wheel damage. So wheel damage already. We haven't even started.
Yeah, it looks like she's about to remerge, but not really. The officials have told the other cars to move up, so Wendy Corduroy will be starting the duel in the pit area, and that will be disastrous for the number 35, because if she goes a lap down, it'll be really hard for her to make up the positions to make the Daytona 500. And remember, she wasn't very fast at qualifying either, so she will not be able to rely on a provisional either.
Exactly. So with this, 24 laps per duel. The pace car dives on the pit road, and it's time to see who makes it into the Daytona 500 as we're on the way in the first of two races.
And you saw Wendy Corduroy going into the pit lane. And she is out, so she will at least have a quick fix. She will be on the lead lap, so she will be needing a caution.
Oh yes, she needs one. And now Shane Kane is currently the occupier of the first of two transfer spots into the big show. As it comes around to lead the first lap.
As we go ahead and take a look at Daytona qualifying, here at the qualifying results, we take a look at those who are in duel number one. Lena Oxton and Johnny Benson Jr. are the two people that could potentially get speed provisionals if things go their way.
And
I will say that right now.
And look at right here. Look at this right here. Tari Smith now occupying transfer spot number 2 and relegating Shane Kane to the bubble far wide at the back.
Uh-oh. Don't want to be far wide here this early. A crash here, especially if you're trying to qualify to the 500 and it is over. And the unfortunate part is, I mean, although it's not applicable in Cup, usually it's applicable in the lower series, but the officials were a pain in some people's asses earlier this week. Because if you DQ, they ban you from the freaking track. That's just an expression for they don't want you to substitute for anybody.
How here comes Lena Oxton. Lena Oxton in that 30. Memorial of Greg Biffle trying to knock Shane Kane off the position. But now, instead, it is Shane Van Gisbergen who takes the one top spot. Tari Smith in the bubble.
Yeah, I mean, Shane Van Gisbergen, I mean, I don't know why he's here when he has a full-time ride in the NASCAR Cup Series for 2026. However, making the show here will help experience-wise. If he makes the Daytona 500, this will at least give him a little bit more practice time on Sunday morning before the big show Sunday at 3 p.m. on Fox.
And there it is. Look at the 30 of Lena Oxton. She is knocking, she just knocked Tari Smith out of the position, and now Shane Van Gisbergen is on the verge of losing that position. Tari Smith takes it back. Daniel Roman now is the leader of the race. And now it's getting on. It's getting on to see who's getting to the Daytona 500. 3 wide against the open cars.
Oh boy, yeah, Dale Busch is clearly going to get past both Tari and Shane Van Gisbergen. And remember, both were pretty slow in qualifying, so unfortunately things are not going the way for Duel 1. It's most likely race in or you D&Q, unless you're Lena Oxton or Johnny Benson, which you do have a little leadway, but the best way to get into the show, finish in the top 2 in these duels. And so far, Johnny Benson is one of the last couple of drivers who would be in contention for a spot.
Yeah, so right now,
lane right now.
So right now, our transferees are Dale Busch and Lena Oxton, with no spots to gain in from the ones that we saw in qualifying. But now this 3 wide could reshape stuff, as here comes Johnny Benson in that black 2 car, charging in the inside line.
Yeah, Johnny Benson, and what will most likely be his final Daytona 500 attempt. He would like to end his racing career by racing in the Great American Race before the Great American Race, as he is going to go to the inside and could take the lead out of the open cars. Not yet.
He's second, though, amongst the open, but now Dale Busch is on a precarious situation. He's on the bubble.
Yeah, and Dale Busch is one of those cars where they definitely need to get a spot into the Daytona 500. Speaking of drivers who definitely need a spot in, let's take a look at where the 35's at, because she has been out of pit road. And since then, looks like she is exiting turn 4. That is not good. At the rate where this is going, if they don't throw a yellow here, Wendy could get lapped in the moment of probably 5 to 7 laps. So before halfway, Wendy Corduroy could be in a lot of danger of missing the show if she doesn't catch a yellow here soon.
Yes, she is. And right now, our transferees have changed. Shane Kane is back on the position, but he's on the bubble, while Johnny Benson seems to want to play it safe. But what will Tari do, as she is behind the 83? And she's going to go to the inside.
Something I would consider is, if you're in the back, you're trying to get to the Daytona 500, a strategy could be to stay in the back, don't get the draft for a little bit, hope they wreck, and then you can get past all the wreckage, and then you have another restart to get through the front of the field.
And Tari now takes the lead of the opens. And following behind is going to be the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen, who has just knocked out Johnny Benson from the transfer.
Exactly. There are a lot of IRL NASCAR drivers that are either A, semi-retired, or B, just want a little more experience before the race. That was close, but Tari Smith, to the point, She looks like she's about to lead her first ever lap in the Cricket Cup Series. Gisbergen to her inside, but...
No!
Tori Smith has unofficially led a lap in the Cricket Cup Series.
And we say unofficially because the real show is still yet to come. But here comes Diego Alcaraz in that 11 car. So for now, Tari needs to worry because the next car in the positions of knocking her out is Johnny Benson. However, he is stuck in the Hornet's nest.
Yeah, but Tari is now stuck to the outside unless she can get herself to the middle. I'm going to say these drivers are doing a decent job with not making it forward as of yet. And there's Wendy Carterwoy. This is not good. Wendy Carterwoy is about to go a lap down, and this is bad because if there is no caution, she will most definitely miss the show. She needs a caution to come out right now.
And
otherwise,
there it
she's
is.
most likely done.
And there it is. Where will the 38 go? No, giving the position to Cesar. And let's see what they decide. Look at Mark McCade and Maria Lackey. 4, 46, and 0.
Goodness, there they come as Wendy Cornway is about to go a lap down. This will most likely end her hopes of making the show, but some miraculous things could still happen, but it's now very unlikely for her to make the Daytona 500.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, and right now, that was the last thing that 35 needed was to go a full lap down, because now there's a very unlikely chance that she'll be able to even catch up from the back of the field.
3 wide for the lead now. 0 of Katie Code and the 46 of Maria Lackey teaming up against Marva Keita. It is working. Lena Oxton is back, and now Dale Bush trying to kick out Shane Van Gisbergen from making the 500, and he's doing it successfully.
Oh, yeah. As of now, it does look like the cars have been clean as we go to the halfway point of duel number 1. This is a good sign. We could be seeing a race in the finish. I think I almost saw 4 wide in the back.
Yeah, we almost saw that as we see Alex Prime. He's struggling a little bit, but he wants that confidence booster. He has the confidence booster from Sunday. Last week, he won the Bud Shootout. And they're 4 wide now! Will they make it? Will they make it? Will they make it?
Dale Bush down.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, that would have been a bad idea for Dale Bush, as right now, as I was about to say, in this type of track, to get to the front, it's all about timing. As the laps wind down, where do you want to be so you can put yourself in contention to get the win? Right now, I think it's too early to get to the inside lane to try to contend for the win. I think your most likely contender could very well be either somebody from the middle lane or maybe the outside lane.
And they want to go forward again! They're going to go forward again! What is the 3 doing? There they go! Zoe Lynn! Oh my god!
Oh my god, that takes out a lot of them. Some of them need to qualify. And that's right.
And now Alex Prime leads them back to the line. Caution! Unbelievable!
It looks like a lot of the drivers who need to qualify on speed are looking somewhat good.
Oh my. But this helps Wendy Corduroy to come back. Oh my god, but I'm concerned about Zoe Lee. Zoe Lee again.
Yeah, I mean, she has taken so many heavy hits in her career. It is not even funny.
Oh my god.
It is not funny at all. But we are trying to see what happened and see who exactly got involved, because that might be important.
They were coming in a turn 3. We're going to take a look at it here in real time.
So Ruby Asensio tried to send it, then got collect by the Leslie Jacoby, and oh boy. That has collected a lot of drivers. One driver that is involved who needs to make the show is Lena Oxen, but it looks like it could be cosmetic damage. Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see about that one because, oh my god, this is not what you needed to get into the show. And here's the onboard from the 43.
Well, remember this, Lena Oxen is one of the first few people to get in line for a provisional. And, oh, yeah, that is very bad for Zoe Lee. They'll need to check that out because some of her body may have hit the fencing, and that might be very bad for Zoe Lee. So right now, there's a good chance they are taking her out and sending her to the medical center. And by the looks of her, I mean, she is at least somewhat able to get out in her own power, but it doesn't look good. Hopefully it's not another injury for Zoe Lee, especially at this time, because if she gets injured out of 500, that gives an opportunity for somebody, maybe somebody who DQs originally, to get in, because the only exception allowable is if somebody gets injured mid-weekend.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna see it over here. One car is getting back on the lead lap, that being the 35 Wendy Corduroy. At least she got her wish.
As we see the cars at DNF, looks like nobody who needs to make the show has DNF'd. Everyone survived.
Yeah, almost everyone, but the cars that DNF'd are cars that were in the top 35 and under points last year, but no worries. They're guaranteed in the show. They did their dues, so they're okay.
They are okay indeed, so no ramifications on who could miss the show. But for Wendy Corduroy, the question is her car good to go for the green, and as well as Lena Oxen, because she did get that damage, and Wendy Corduroy is actually back into the pit.
And it's a back for the drivers that did not pit. So this could be dashing hopes for a lot of for two drivers that needed to make it in. Tari and Johnny, they were occupying those transfer spots. Oh my god.
It might be early to call because we will be restarting at about 5 or 6 laps to go because, about 5, maybe at the absolute worst 4. I feel like 4 laps, if you're at the right spot in the restart, that could give you enough time to go from the back to the front, possibly just enough to get into those top transfer spots. So if they play their moves wisely, that might have actually been a smart move for Tari and for Benson, who needed to qualify for the show. That might have been a smart move.
Yeah, that could be the smart move, as now Lexi Di Benedetto is the driver coming out of pit road with the win of the race. Tari is in second, and third behind them, Sonora Felix, but those aren't the positions where they are. Alex Prime is your leader.
Exactly. He is your current race leader as, wow, only a few of them stayed out. But you got to take a look. I mean, Dale Bush is the first one to get into the 500. He cannot rely on the provisional. And then the next car, who could be in the 500 right now, is all the way down to... Yes, Shinvin Gisberg. And that is good for Shinvin Gisberg. And that is good to get some practice by running the 500 here before the Cricket Cup pilots have to leave to make room for the NASCAR Cup Series to get ready for their Daytona 500 later in the afternoon.
Oh, yes. And now this is up for a big debate. And remember, we're not done with Daytona tonight. We are not done yet. So, once the pace car comes back around, we're going to have one more lap before we get back on the green, Cody.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to be down to 1 lap to go before we go green again. So, So as I'm just replying to, there we go. But anyway, as of now, we're going to go down to 5 laps to go. With that being said, those who start at the rear of the field for the restart, they might have a chance and have a good chance to go from the rear to the front going into the green flag. I mean, I'm going to be honest. We very well could see something like that. So,
oh, yes, we can.
So hold on tight because we are on the verge of seeing if either A, any of the drivers in the front can keep their positions, or B, they fall to the drivers who just pitted who will have better tires, more feel, and if we have to go to overtime, possibly a better pit strategy.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on that, as now here they go 2 by 2 for the restart. The first restart of the night.
Yeah, and you see, right now you see Dale Busch in the front. That might be a decent spot for Dale Busch, but remember, he may eventually get shafted to the outside, and once you do, that could be your 500 hopes dashed. Same may go for Shane Van Gisbergen. Who knows if the 30 is going to hold up the drivers who did pit. There are some other drivers I may be a little concerned of where they're restarting from the inside or outside rows. But like I said, drivers in the back, they could find a way to get back to the front. Possibly enough time for them to make the show.
And here they come. The final showdown, green flag. And Lucille gets the jump against Alex Prime, but won't last long.
Yeah, like I said, there's a few drivers to look out for, one of which will be Lena Oxen, because she did get plenty of damage. We'll see if she loses aero from that car, then she might be in trouble, as we got another car in trouble, holding up Tari and a few others.
Marva Keita, the 2025
is
champion,
trying to prevent Tari Smith from making the 500 and giving Tari Smith a "you suck" in the weekend in the process.
Oh my god, that is nothing that you want to see right here. Dale Busch comfortably now in the position he's comfortably in, but remember, the battle is on for Shane Van Gisbergen and Shane Kane. So the battle of the Shanes is starting, and Shane Kane could be possibly falling in behind a little more as he's stuck right in the middle of the hornet's nest. Dale Busch to the lead.
Yeah, but be careful. There's a solid chance that he may end up getting stuck at the outside at some point, and when it does, he will likely be falling out. As you see, Lexi De Benedetto making it 3 wide for what will likely be second.
And it is second. So far, the driver in, and here comes Wendy Corduroy getting revenge from the first lap. Dale Busch trying to block the one, didn't work. And Corduroy could kick out Van Gisbergen from the transfer and make it to the 500 for the second year in a row.
Well, Tari Smith and Dracula are coming up. Lena Oxton, it looks like her chances are dashed since her car may have lost some track. Here comes Johnny! Oh, I feel like these cars need to start being aggressive now. If you want to start third in this Daytona 500, you need to get this win. So right now, Wendy Corduroy,
and
she could be in contention to get a spot here. Tari Smith now at the back. Leah Oxen looks like she might have to rely on a provisional being given to her should things work out in Duel 2. 3 laps to go. We got drivers who are originally screwed over now at the back of the pack. We'll see if it's enough time for them.
And Shane Kane now kicking Johnny Benson out of the position.
Well, Johnny Benson is another driver who could possibly get a provisional if things work out towards his favor. However, right now it looks like Lena Oxton might have to rely on the provisional, which would ultimately kick Johnny Benson out. But here they come. Kane has a spot into the 500 as of this moment.
Along with Wendy Corduroy, she also has the spot. 2 to go.
I don't know if I feel safe if I'm Wendy Corduroy. There are some drivers at the inside lane who need to make it in.
Here comes Tari. Here comes Tari.
Yeah, Tari is in contention. She is passing Johnny Benson. She needs to pass Corduroy. If she can pass Corduroy, she will make the Daytona 500.
And there she is, approaching the 35.
Hang on, not yet, not yet. I don't want to jinx it, and I don't think you want to either.
And she's done it, and Mavis is now going to lead them at the final lap. One more, and it's against Pedro Sales.
All right, now it looks like Tari Smith. Wait a minute, is Phoenix locked in?
Yes, he is locked in.
Okay, Tari Smith going for second. As long as Tari doesn't make a big mistake, she could be in Daytona 500. Yeah, is in contention to win duel number 1, but we'll have to wait and see.
And here she comes. Here she comes! Oh my God!
One of the worst qualifiers! She could win duel number 1!
And here they come! Tari Smith gets to 1 and her transfer goes! Oh my God!
I think Tari got it! I think Tari got it!
She got the first transfer, but our concern is who got the transfer at the other one. We're gonna have to wait and see
here. We'll wait and see who got the second transfer spot. As of now, it looks like it is. Oh, crud!
Shane Kane.
Shane
Kane. Oh my God!
Yep. Shane Kane gets the last transfer spot, knocking out Wendy Corduroy. Right now, Lena Oxen is not completely out yet, and we'll explain why doing number 2. She'll be sitting tight, praying for a miracle, and doing number 2 to happen, but Tari Smith and Shane Kane will make it to the 500. Tari Smith, you're unofficially a Cricket Cup Series winner!
Yes, she is, and unfortunately, the hopes are dashed for Wendy Corduroy, Dale Bush, Shane Van Gisbergen, Johnny Benson, and Lena Oxton. It is going to be official. They will not make the Daytona 500 this year.
Yeah, I will say, like I said, Lena Oxton, there is only one hope. I mean, this is a very fringe hope, by the way. And this is because it all varies on quickest and qualify. We'll explain all the implications in doing number 2, but for right now, Lena Oxton is sitting and praying for certain outcomes to happen in doing number 2. Not only her, but possibly Johnny Benson as well, for utter chaos.
Oh, yes.
For all the rest of them, it is over.
Yes, for now. So, Tari Smith is first, Aulia Cesar is second, Diego Rubio third, Pedro Sales and Sabrina Rancompris in the top 5, then Lucille, Dana Roman, Sonora Felix, Diego Alcaraz, and Mavis Dracula in the top 10. And as we take a look at our rest of results, Alex Prime, Katie Code, Shane Kane makes it out of the duels alive and into the 500. Maria Lackey, Wendy Corduroy, Dale Bush, Shane Van Gisbergen, Johnny Benson, Lexi Benedetto, and Lena Oxton conclude the top 20. And finally, it is Marva Keita, Luna Coco, Leslie Jacoby, Zoe Lee, Ruby Asensio, and Alexis Lynn Blake. Remember, 22nd through 26th, DNF. So this will be the end of the first 2 races that we have today. So we will come back with this racing action just a little bit, because Duel 2 will be starting in a little bit. So stay with us. And so we continue on, but now with a different face. Sean, welcome, as we are about to start duel number 2. Second of 2 races today.
Man, already after insane Duel 1, I can't wait to see how Duel 2 is. And it's going to be a lot of fun now because who knows how important these positions are when it comes to making it into the 500.
Oh, yes. So duel number 2 is about to get set, ready, and going. But let's take a look at our starting lineup for this duel. And we're going to do it opposite way. Sean, you're going to start.
All right, you're going to start off with the 22 at Marinette, the paint chain in that Best Buy Ford. And on the outside is the 6 at Damian Rubio.
Row 2 is one of the 2 drivers that has locked in on speed no matter what. Ron Masotome, even though he's going to be occupying one of the transfer spots in the starting lineup, and Dipper Pines in the 45 car.
Moving on to our next row, you have the 31 of Manetta in his unsponsored Toyota. And the 03 Mino Lahife, holding one of the transfer spots as of right now. We'll see if the 0-3 can hold on for the rest of the race.
Yes, our two transferees so far, or three transferees, we should say, are Norman Ena and Nino Hive getting in on speed and joining our other two cars that are getting on speed. However, we'll discuss that later on. Next up is Maggie Spletzer in the Glitch Productions Ford and Sebastian Galloway Jr. in the number 82 car.
Moving on to your next row, you had the 14 of Lincoln Loud, and in the 26 of Daniel Voiles. Remember, Daniel Voiles has already locked his spot in by speed, so he doesn't have to worry about this. He can just hold on to the back the whole race, and he'll be in.
Next up is Oria Eviora in the 56 car and Austin Hunter in the Casa Loud 89.
Moving on to the next row, you have the 99 of Alvin Bradley in the Miller Lite Pontiac. And then the 74 of Laura James in Aquafina Dodge Charger.
Rookie Kyle Larson is going to be on the next row, and just beside him, Sam Kane in the Furniture Row car. Remember, this will be the 77 attempting all 36, first part-timer to ever do so.
Moving on to our next row, you have Chloe Brojas in the Hershey's Toyota. And on the outside is the 98 can you help me with
Daniel Boctasaro.
Daniel Bogasato in his unsponsored Ford. Gotta race in. We'll see what happens.
Next up is Mabel Pines in the 23 DoorDash Supra, and alongside her is going to be Benjamin Ortiz in the Rada Sisters Motorcraft Machine.
Moving on, you have Samantha Contreras in the Loves Ford, and then Jonathan Logran in the Nas Chevrolet.
Next up behind them is Plush VP in the Aris Supra and the 25 of AT&T champion Leah Sharp.
And right at the field is Annette Galvan in the branded Pontiac. And then Ivan Molina in the Mavis Tires and Brakes Ford.
All right, so now it is time to go racing. Remember, this field is big. Two cars locked in on speed. However, Ronma and Voiles could actually take the two transfer spots up front and let slower cars qualify on time.
It's risk versus reward, really, and everyone's going to have to pay attention here. Who is going to get in and who, unfortunately, is going to miss out on the show?
Oh yeah, that is the important part right here as the pace car starts to roll them out. So remember, by virtue of speed alone, in theory, Ronma and Daniel could just say, you know what? It's gonna lay the back, play it safe, and just do nothing.
That's one way to look at it. They can just stay back, enjoy themselves, not have to worry about anything. But there's another part of this. They could take the They could just take the risk, try to be up near the front, hold those two spots hostage, and have ultimate chaos reign.
And we know how you love chaos.
This is the time and the place for chaos to reign. Let's see what happens.
Oh yes. And as they traverse the Daytona super stretch, a lot of pressure on the open teams that they need to get in via position. But remember that only Ronma and Voiles are guaranteed to start in the 500 no matter what. even if they occupy the 2 transfer spots. But remember, Sao Tome and Moneta are the ones occupying those 2 transfer spots. And there's something very different about the pace car, Sean. I don't know if you can figure out, but I think it's a little bit of a yellow banana pace car.
Don't remind me about that, buddy.
Well, just say it then.
Move!
All right. The track is clear for both Ford Shelbys at the front. And we're underway in race 2. Already Minoru Mineta not losing any time. And remember, he was the slowest car in single car qualifying, and that 31 is now challenging for the lead.
It's gonna be a long race though. For these drivers, you want to make sure that you are in the position at the end of it. We saw it with Duel 1. Tari Smith was not there before we got to the white flag, but then got there in enough time, locking in the position, getting into the 500.
And now the position is going to be challenged over here. The lead, Arya Eviara, and joining her rookie Kyle Larson, who is guaranteed a starting spot in the 500 by virtue of that car using owner points from the old EP Motorsports entry, the 95, who is re-entering as a part-time car.
Yeah, so good thing to have the fallback on points like that is look who's coming up now, battling for second. The person who will be on the outside front row for the 500, the 23.
Yeah, Mabel Pines. Looking really good on that car. I think Denny Hamlin brought her the good stuff. And we're seeing... Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh, 4 wide already!
Oh.
4 wide already!
Oh! It's behind them! It's behind them! And it's over! It's over for Maggie Spletzer! Oh! Oh, no!
Oh, somebody get Cody!
Oh!
Somebody get Cody! My goodness!
Oh, the glitch production machine is done!
That is not what you wanted to see from Maggie. Oh no, who did it?
And you're gonna see the replay.
So they went 4 wide, back behind. I'm kind of nervous here. Who caused this?
Voiles! Oh, he got into the 25 Leah Sharp and then caused a mess.
Boyles, what are you doing?
Oh my god. I think he tried to go down on the... He tried to go down on the 25.
Oh my god. Let's look on board here and... Oh, poor Sebastian Troy Jr.
Oh man, yeah, that is gonna be heavy damage to Sebastian Galloway Jr., so that is gonna affect his chances of making in the show. But here's our concern. We already had one car make it from the glitch duo. One will not, possibly.
Possibly. Well, I think it might be guaranteed because I think if we've been hearing in the past from Cody, he said if Maggie somehow does not make it in, he might swap Tari to get Maggie in to make sure Maggie runs all the races.
And I think the pit sign must be clear for the 26 after his move.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry. Idiot sandwich.
Indeed. So, 2 cars stayed out. So Minoru Mineta and Sam Kane are currently holding the 2 transferees.
These two can't keep getting away with this.
Oh my god, and it's done! It's done for Meggy Splitzer for the 2nd year in a row. And this is official because you cannot swap with your teammate before the race. For the 2nd year in a row, Meggy Splitzer,
Uh-oh.
she is done.
And her hopes of making the chaser now dash as well because she's scheduled to run all the races.
Oh yeah, she is the full timer. You see, oh, a couple of cards are coming back with some damage. Galloway, he thinks he can
Galloway,
get it.
Galloway, what are you doing there, buddy?
And Meredith the Pencheng as well.
What are you two doing?
Oh my. Daniel Boyle's also coming back. And
No, you idiots.
we're seeing the first driver coming back out is Manetta. He's kind of pit road. He knows he needed a pit anyway, so he's gonna surrender his spot to the 77.
77. I don't know what you're thinking there, buddy, but you must be stupid to think
Yes.
that you're gonna.
Hey, you must be. And there it is. That 31 car is pit stall all the way to the front. But yeah, Manetta has to pit.
We also know that the Sith is out of the race as well, but
Yeah. So bad luck for both of the Ortega Racing Fords. One of them in Duel 1, the other one over here. So Damon Rubio, his chances of winning his second Daytona 500 on Sunday on the pickle.
well, here's the thing: it doesn't matter where you start; it's where you can finish. And you can start anywhere, and you might be able to be up there to contend for the win.
Yeah, that is the plan right there for these drivers. So right now, it is Sam Kane occupying transferee number 1 and Samantha Contreras in the front row 34 occupying transferee number 2. But look at that. Bogdasarov is close, as well as the 36 of Jonathan Logren. The 06 of Ron Masao can just sandbag.
And look, those are going to be the drivers you want to keep a close eye on. Here's the thing, though: that 77 is not in a great position. He still needs to pit.
Oh yeah, he needs to. He needs to pit. So I don't know what the 77's crew decision is going to be. Do we pit or do we stay out for the restart? I mean, the logical thing, as we may have seen, Sean, is let's just play it safe. Pit. I can just make the time back around.
But problem is that you're going to be stuck behind cars that have damage.
Yeah, that's going to be the problem.
Right now, if you're the 77, you're might thinking maybe it's the safer strategy, staying where we are, and not having to deal with having to deal with those damaged cars. Unlike what Manette is about to deal with here on this restart.
Oh yes. So with this now, holy geez, and the Twitter is right now going amazing on Tari Smith for winning the first duel.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah, radio. Oh boy.
But here we have the and we have what seems is the is it the radio communications from the 83 car?
Yep.
Oh, it's the 82 of Galloway.
Well, yeah, 82. Yeah, he is tearing up a storm.
Oh yes. But now It is time to set them 2 by 2. Cause research time.
Yeah, time for a restart here. Oh boy, I got a bad feeling about this one.
I think you're better. 24 out of the 26 cars that started this duel are remaining. So that means that we have now 7 cars that have been crashed in both races combined.
Man, I don't like where Moneta is right now. You can see Moneta all the way back there in the back, behind a couple of cars behind one car that has damage.
Oh, yes. So now with the yellow banana pace car out of the way, it is time for Sam to see if he can prove his worth against these drivers. Green flag.
Equal start here with Mabel. Remember, Mabel just needs to keep her car clean, and she'll be able to have the outside pole.
And would you look at that? Nice and clean. Plush Blue P now challenging for the lead, but our attention is who is in the transfer spot? It's Sao Tome. Juanma Sao Tome now taking it, which opens the door now for Nino Lahive to get in on speed, but no! Nino Lahive says, nah, I'm just gonna take this slot away from you.
Like, I want the glory of making it in without any help.
Oh yes, he wants to do things the hard way, like the working class.
Hey, that's how people get things done. And look, going for the top spot in the transfer spot, passing Sam Kane.
Yeah, which means that now Sam Kane is on the pick. Look at the Castle Out car of Austin Hunter.
Sending it a D3 wide.
Yeah, but for now, Lahive and Sam Kane are still the transferees. But Sam is on the bubble and Bogdanov is coming with a head of steam. Meanwhile, it is the battle of technical teammates. Castle out inside, D2 outside. Austin Hunter takes the lead.
Austin Hunter's gonna keep it there.
And look at that help. Look at that help. Leah Sharp over there in third, battling for the third position. If something happens to Austin like it is happening right now with Aria Eviara, she's there to pounce.
Wait, look who's coming up now, the 98 into the transfer position.
Yeah, he just kicked out the 77, and now that 03 is on the bubble, Mineta trying to get the transferee. He takes
right now has it. For right now, but there is still a lot of time left. And look behind Mineta. Jonathan Logren. Right there at the back bumper.
Yeah, one Casalout car failed to quali. And he's saying, nah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it over here. We deserve to be within the top dogs.
Well, let's see if they can get it done.
It's working.
Right now on the bubble. That is the position. That's the bell right there for the position.
Yeah, that is the battle over here. These 3 cars are now in the league of their own. And remember, out of these 3, third place goes home.
Well, that might change right now. Banana goes up to the lead.
And Jonathan takes the transferee. He's still on the bubble, though.
Might take that position away.
Laura!
Here comes the 70.
Laura!
Here it comes.
Oh my God.
74. Laura James entering into the fray here. Takes the lead.
Yeah, she takes it, but now Johnny may have been, maybe on a stroke of luck and genius. He's in the outside, but not up against the wall. So he's holding himself up. And now we're going to take a look at our fastest time lap. Right now, our fastest time goes to the 14 of Lincoln Loud. That is going to be important once we get to the 500, because now, under 2026 Cricket Cup regulations, the fast time on the track is going to give you a bonus point.
Yeah, it won't count as a bonus point for this race, but starting with the 500 on Sunday, it
The
matters.
forward! And Tom is
They're wrecking behind!
around! Tom is around! And we see another one, Benjamin Norris and Ivan Molina! Caution waves again!
What was that all about?
It seems like Lincoln Loud led them back. Heavy damage to the 21 car.
Hold the phone for a moment. What was that?
They were coming in a turn. They were coming in a turn 3 and 4. Let's see the 06.
Yeah.
Oh, got sent by the 12.
I got it. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let's see who that 12 hit. Who did that 12 hit?
Was the 25, I think. I think it was the 25 and Minoru Mineta.
And I think the 98 as well got a piece of it.
Oh, we're gonna see this from the roof of the 12. It's coming back on the track. What?
Oh wait, did Mabel get a piece?
Yes, Mabel got a piece of it as well.
The outside pole center for the 500 got a piece.
Oh my lord! But now that was a low-cal move that we saw from the 12.
I think it was. Yeah, the 12. I don't know what the 12 was thinking here. Let's watch again here. I just want to make sure I see this correctly.
Oh.
Yeah, Mabel got a piece.
Yeah,
So
Mabel, Mineta, Bogdasadov, Leah Sharp, Ivan Molina, and of course Daniel Voiles manages to get out, as well as Ron Masao. But Ron Masao is now also with damage. But thankfully, nothing to worry at all with that 06 car. At least for now, it's not Austin Hunter the sights. Yep, you know what? Just gonna let these cars on pit road fix their problems, because that's not mine.
Gonna just take the risk, I guess. Then.
And the worst part, Sean, this is our third wreck of the night.
Second one of this duel. I don't know what it is right now. Chaos has erupted.
And now transfer spot time. As Samantha Contreras takes the first transfer spot, as well as the race out of pit road. And Jonathan Logren.
He's in the battle. He's in the hunt. Basically, the hunt is on for Jonathan Logren.
Oh, yes, it is. And there is Neil Lahaif under technicality. Since there are no past champions of needing to get into the 500, he could be the last driver to lock in on time.
We'll have to keep a close eye on that. I don't know who's out from that incident. But man, a bunch of damaged cars.
Oh, yes. And I think this is it for Mineta and Bogdasadov.
Here's the thing. Wasn't there a certain bet with Mineta?
There was no wreck yet on that.
No, I said, wasn't there a bet?
Oh, yeah, there was a bet, but we're not going to talk about that here on television.
Yeah, let's probably not.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Now, who is on the hunt is the question for the viewers. Well, Contreras right now is the first driver in from this duel. So she would be, by technicality, position 36. Position 38 is Jonathan Logan. Remember, positions 37 and 39 decided by Duel 1. Position 40 Right now going to Daniel Voiles, position 41. Ron Masao Tome, and then 42nd and last going to the 03 of Nino Lahaif. However, he can get better if he just manages to pass that 36 car.
We'll have to keep a close eye on all the action here. Remember, anything can still happen here between now and the checkered flag.
Yes, and now I think it's a good time, Sean. It's a good time to see who of Duel 2 has the better chances of making it on speed if that 03 somehow manages to get onto the transfer spots.
Yeah, that's kind of been one of the key things we've been paying attention on. A lot of people are wondering how close are the margins between those who are on the cusp and those who are barely out of making it into the 500 here. A lot of things can. There's still a lot of time now, even though we're now under 10 laps to go here for this one.
And the pace car's lights are out, so that means we're coming back. And a good thing about Austin Hunter's strategy, you can really go in this duel one stop and that's it.
But sometimes it's always good to at least top up on fuel just in case if anything crazy happens.
Oh yeah, especially if we go all the way to the end. But thankfully, in Cricket Cup, no green white checker, no overtime.
Yep, no green white checker, no overtime. So basically, we're gonna get into that area that I almost like to talk about, but we're not there yet.
Oh yes, indeed. But now, Austin is under immense pressure because not because of making it in, but rather of winning this duel and getting a confidence booster into the 500. Because not only does he has a transferee behind him, but also a technical teammate.
So for those people that are trying to make their way in by the transfer position, anything can still go.
And those open cars in the red, 34, 36, and 03 are the ones occupying the top 10 positions as we're seeing it from our PSN monitor.
Yep, gotta be mindful of it. But time will only tell here. This could be our last restart.
And two additional cars, and the throw 3 so
Oh,
has blown up. Nino Lahaib has blown up, but he has to hope and pray that he makes it on speed now. As the green flag ruptures up, was that an engine failure? Yes, it was.
hey, goodness.
Oh my lord. But remember, Lahaif is right now out of the drivers that did not lock in on quali, the fastest. And that seems to be a header damage to that 03 car as we now skip back over here. And Ned Galvan trying to get the lead.
I am shocked of what we just saw.
Yeah, that was shocking for that 03 car.
Anyway, Jonathan Logran has the first transfer spot and trying to go for the lead of this race. Hold on now. Here comes the 77 into the second transfer spot.
Yeah, Sam Kane kicking away the 34, Samantha Contreras. But now he's going to push Logren into the bubble as Plush Boy Pete takes the lead.
Wait, isn't Dibber one of those drivers on the bubble?
No, he's actually he's actually locked in virtue of that car, finishing in the top 35 in owner points last year.
Yeah, right.
And Logren is safe now.
Logren's safe for the time being.
Yeah, something gave on that 36 car pit stop by the 89 of Austin Hunter. It may be time up for his strategy.
Yeah, he had the pin.
He had to fit right there and right now, but now the battle is on again. Contreras trying to kick out the Castellat driver. And she does it with
It's
no
gonna
incident.
no problems, no issues. Gonna get in right now. Sam Kane trying to hold on. We're under 5 to go.
Oh yes, 5 to go over here, and it's like you say, the point of no return.
Yeah, it's my favorite part where things can end in a snap. Who can hold on to those positions? Time will tell.
Mineta coming back. Mineta's
Hold
come
up.
back with a beat up race car.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my lord, that 31 car is coming back. He's just not giving up.
He is not giving up. Could he pull a shocker and get in to the 500? Somebody might go crazy for that.
Oh yes, they will if he makes it. But now Jonathan trying to get to the inside line because he knows he and Dale Bush were the two Castellar cars to get in via the duels. Dale Bush failed, and now he has to get in, yes or yes.
Uh, well, we got to change for the lead here in this duel to 74. Laura James.
And look at that. They're going now 3 wide for the lead. Who's going to position themselves on the bubble now between the 34 and the 77?
It might be the 34 into the position for now.
And Mineta is kicking away the 77 of Sam Kane. Chloe versus Plush Blue for the lead.
2 laps to go here. This is getting intense.
Oh yes, this is it. This is it. Minoru Mineta has the transfer spot, the last one. Alvin Bradley now trying to get a victory for Pontiac. And here comes Samantha.
Oh my goodness, this is getting interesting, folks.
And now the battle is on again with these two, these three. Logran coming back up.
Here we go. Coming to the white.
There it is, guys. The Wells Fargo white flag is in the air for the 34.
34 got a huge lead right now.
Oh, watch out
Lap
for
car.
Rama. No, watch out for Austin.
That's Austin Hunter.
And the transfer spot now going to Jonathan Logren. So he puts a Castellar car into the show for now.
Sam King might be out of it. Banana might be out of it.
And
Get the
that is
34 hang on. Use the lap car as a peg. Oh, the lap car blocked.
Austin Hunter blocking because he knows he wants to get in his teammate in any form he can. But it won't seem to matter. The 77 is going to pit road, but it's not going to be enough as Samantha Contreras wins Duel 2.
And Jonathan Logren, I believe, is in as well.
And he is. So the 36 makes it. And aside from that, we're gonna see it over here with our static cam. Jonathan Logren steals the last transfer spot. And from the drivers that needed to make it on time, no issues. For both Daniel Voiles and Ron Masautome. And if we take a look at the positions from the driver, the fastest driver not to get in, it could be at the moment, we're going to see it over here. It could be either the 03 of Nino Lahive or the two of Johnny Benson. We're gonna have to see it over here.
It depends how it looks.
So at the moment, as we see our results, Samantha Contreras makes it to the 500 with a win in this duel. Ene Galvan in second, Lincoln Ladd in third, Aubin Bradley, and Jonathan Logren. Last car to transfer from the duels in the top 5. And then Laura James, Aria Eviara, Chloe Bourgeois, Plush Blue P, and Dipper Pines round out the top 10. Take a look at the rest of our results. Mabel Pines, Minoru Mineta, Kyle Larson, Sebastian Galloway Jr., Marinette Dupencheng, Daniel Bogdasarov, Daniel Voiles, Leah Sharp. Sam Kane retired, but he did manage to finish ahead of Ron Masautoma in the top 20. And from the results, the rest of them, Austin Hunter barely finishes on the lead lap, but his mission accomplished. If he wanted to keep his teammate in, Nino Lahive, Ivan Molina, Benjamin Ortiz, Maggie Spletzer, and Damian Rubio have failed. But we're going to see the transferees right now. Our transferees from Duel 1 are the 37 of Tari Smith and the 83 of Shane Kane. Transferees from Duel number 2, Samantha Contreras and Jonathan Logren. Speed transferees, Ron Masautome and Daniel Voiles. And we got a surprise, man! We got a surprise, Sean!
No.
Although she DNF, she was technically the fastest out of those drivers that got. He was the fastest out of those drivers that did not get it in, and the fastest driver to miss the show but still qualify. The 03 Nina Lahive is the last driver to qualify to the Daytona 500 on time.
Yeah. Got into one of those positions, and hey, I guess that means qualifying does play dividends to those who
Yes.
worked hard enough.
Yeah. So who goes home? Johnny Benson, Maggie Spletzer, Sam Kane, Daniel Bogdasarov, Shane Van Gisbergen, Wendy Corduroy, Dale Bush, Sebastian Galloway Jr., and Minoru Mineta are your list of 10 DNQs.
Those 10 are going to be watching the 500. Gonna have to watch the race from the sidelines.
Yeah, they're going to have to watch it. But for now, we're going to say thank you so much for joining us in tonight's duels. And it was quite an adventure to see who makes it, who's in, and who's out. So with this, 52 cars entered Speed Weeks, and now we are down to 42 cars. And Sean, we still have 2 more practice sessions and the 500 left to go.
And the weekend's just now starting to ramp up. It's fun from here on out. Let's hope the next couple of days are fun.
Oh, yes, they're going to be. So with this, thank you so much for watching and joining us for this 2-for-1 special. And we'll see you in the next one. For Sean, for Cody, I'm Angel, and hope you enjoyed the Cricket Cup Series on Alex Prime Plays YT. Thanks for watching.